would help if I wasn't muted. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Got the viewer suggestions set up. I think we got Discord working. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Druid. Discord is not working for some reason. That's interesting. There we go. Okay. Welcome in. You want to draw today? I am, but I can... It does not matter. You're a little quiet for me. Let me see if I can get you turned up. And then... Now is Discord working? Uh-oh. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, I just had to switch to the proper thing.
Gotcha.
Where is Aggie? Interact. Don't know why the pages move. That's weird. Okay. Ta-da! Alright, welcome in, everybody. It is Wednesday. We're doing the viewer suggestion. The kid is asleep, so hopefully we have some time to, like, actually draw before the craziness ensues. We're live, we're going, here we go.
Yeah. Is it the same Aggie link as before?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Or Magma Studio?
If I don't manually
My brain is
delete
not
them
working today.
every week, the memory fills up and it gets mad at me, and it's like, you can't make any more. It's like, well, then delete them. And they're like, we don't care that you've deleted them. So if I use the same one, it seems to be fine. But yeah, there we go. We're here. Where are we going? Hope everybody's having a good pre-Thanksgiving week. Getting ready for...
And November just disappeared.
I mean, you say that. I have 3 more commissions I have to do by the end of by next week, so we'll see. I have no time and a lot of time that I'm. I think that's part of it. Like, right, when you plan something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm technically on schedule. I'm 1 day behind, but like I budgeted extra time because I thought I would need it. But like, my parents are coming to town on Tuesday. So probably no streams next week. Maybe on Wednesday. We might still do the pre-Thanksgiving live stream. But having that planned, it's like, yeah. This month has kind of been dragging because I'm just waiting for that day. Even though I'm getting a ton of stuff done and it feels like nothing at all. Like yesterday, I went to the doctor and cleaned my roof. That's not a euphemism. I just climbed up on the roof and I cleaned it all. And then the doctor's like, your blood pressure's too high. And I'm like, well, I'm still going to clean the roof. It is what it is, I suppose.
I think November disappeared for me because I haven't had a lot to do, and because I basically spend all of my energy trying to resist my body's urge to go into hibernation mode.
I thought I was doing a lot better. Because, like, I've been trying to work out a little more. I haven't been. I've been trying. But I realized the last time Jump Rope and I worked out was before the kid was born. And I was like, oh, God. It's been a while. So hopefully we'll try to get back
Hello.
into that.
Hey,
But
welcome in. How are you doing, Corvus?
I am okay.
I
And
went,
yourself?
Yeah, fine.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's alright. I was gonna make a joke about cutting wood, but then
Oh.
I have an anecdote that interrupted me. My own thought interrupted me. We were supposed to have a big windstorm last night, which we did. We had a big windstorm last night. So I cleaned the gutters, scrubbed the house or the roof and off and stuff, make sure we didn't have anything break anything. And then I'm like, I'd better go chop wood while it's calm. And I tried to open the screen door with the kid in my arm, and it ripped the screen door away from me. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I missed my window.
Yep.
And just slammed the door, and I was like, forget it. We're good.
I think we're done with splitting wood for the rest of.
That's good. I should have been doing it all through the summer.
Yeah.
But I was taking care of baby, and I'm like, I'll do it later.
Especially since you probably have a lot of pine or spruce or whatever to
I think
burn.
it's a lot of cedar. It's weird.
Interesting.
We have some pine. I think we have a lot of cedar. Because it's
Which does take a little bit longer to dry out.
The big problem with it is I get all of my wood from a tree landscaper. So a lot of the wood I get is people's trees they've planted in their front yards. So they're all kinds of messed up and just random types of wood.
Yeah.
That usually have outlived their life.
I've been I have been deep diving through Demiplane with the new book that came out today.
I saw that goblin. That goblin's pretty funny.
Yep.
And his name matches the goblin naming convention, which makes me happy.
Yes. Techie strong gut.
Yep. I watched Shogun, so I know that Teki means enemy in Japanese.
That's it?
That's what they said in Shogun.
Oh. Oh no, I'm thinking of Tepi, which I think means iron or steel or something.
Could be. We playing on Saturday?
I think so.
Okay.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
Sounds like everybody wants to go to the chapel next, so I think it'll be good.
Going to the chapel, or
And
however
we're
that song goes.
gonna get murdered.
Yep. I find this new deity called Nin, Nin, kind of interesting. They're a vampire god.
Oh no.
So they're become a paragon of vampiric perfection, eliminate vampiric weaknesses, and use analysis and experimentation. Obviously, they also are you gotta be unholy because vampires.
Sounds like a scientist vampire.
Yep.
Mr. Sinister style. Joke's on you, I've cloned everybody.
Even they even have a kind of a snooty favored weapon. It's a sword cane.
Okay. I was digging into some of the old X-Men comics, and
Mhm.
Spider-Man comics and stuff too, and man, like they were much more soap opera-y than I remember. It's just like it gets bananas, especially when like Sinister is involved.
I mean,
I made a clone.
they're just soap operas for nerds.
Yeah, essentially. Oh yeah, Corvus
No
is here.
one really ever dies. If they do, they just come back next season.
Or like come back evil and just
Yep. Cloning is a thing in some soap operas.
mind control.
Yep.
Magic.
Yep.
Okay,
So, yeah.
I have a new Corvus icon. There we go. But I don't have one for Druid, so flip. That's not any more clear. I guess I need to put your name on there too. Oh, that's so. Man, OBS, why don't you read my fonts? I have so many cool fonts installed, and you just never use any of them. It makes me sad. There we go. Okay. So, Druid, if you have an icon, I will put it up there when you're hanging out with us talking.
I do not. I don't think I've ever drawn an icon for myself.
Limit yourself to 1,000 by 1,000 pixels and go to town. Also, feel free to be more, what's the word? Metaphorical? It's not right.
I don't know. I think that might work.
I've drawn some kind of angry toucan. So today I need to draw a painter elf. Bard. Hey kid. Good morning. The child is awake.
That nap did not last long.
No, he did not. I mean, I guess it was probably a 30-minute nap, but like I tried to get him to go to sleep and then he fell asleep and then I was stuck under him and I tried to get everything done I was trying to get done this morning, so. You good? Good morning. Hi. Oh no, you're still tired. Still tired. We'll let him run around a little bit and we'll see what happens. I think I'm ready to start though. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing. Now that I've scribbled some strange rugbies. Oliver, welcome in. What's up, kid? Slowly crawling out of blankets, just like ah! Everything is death. Life is pain. Okay, it's been a while. Yeah, welcome in.
I have had mornings like that as well.
It's like continuous. Hi, kid. Yeah. He's so happy that he's just like, ah, my bones. My bones. All right, I have the viewer suggestion list right here. Let me get this selected, and then I will go take care of the child. What is that? It's like an R2-D2 ghost? What am I looking
No,
at?
it's
Corvus?
a cosmic space whale.
Oh, I see it now. Is someone writing on the back of the whale?
I think it's like a city
Okay. Okay.
or like some sort of observatory.
Some kind of dome.
Yeah. One of the
Oh,
new
totally.
gods. It's an Aeon god.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I guess technically demigod is the more correct term, but
Hi, how are you? You good? I'm gonna move all the dice away from you so you can't eat them.
As per usual.
Every now and again, I'll find like one of my rugby popsicle sticks, and rugby will be like chewed off the end of it. It's just like, how did you get this? Like, where did you find this one? I need one of those dice back. Ooh, 11. A merfolk gladiator. Merfolk gladiator.
spiky seashell armor.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Just remember to have his homework to do. I'll be back later. Yep, no problem. It's almost time for Thanksgiving break.
I mean, like next week.
Yeah. Oh, man, exciting.
Oh God,
Bless you.
bless you,
Bless you.
bless you. So this cosmic whale thing is called Telesmar. How I'm going to choose to pronounce it. Areas concerned are fish, gravity, and orbits and planets.
Okay, that makes sense. Space, ocean.
Yep. You can't be sanctified, so it's not holy or unholy. It's just neutral.
Kid,
It has
we've been over this
the heel.
every day. The only thing you're not allowed to do is touch that keyboard. Sorry.
Nope, it's fine. It gives you the heal spell for free.
Bless you.
Domains fate, nature, nothingness, and star. Nothingness is used to be called void.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. That,
Because void got
yeah.
they use void for negative energy now. So they're like, it's not really what we're meaning by when we say void, but like nothingness says like,
The emptiness
Space.
of space.
yep.
Yeah, I might have to change some stuff up because I was still doing. Well, I guess so. Now, void. Hold on.
Yep.
There
Void
used to
is
be a
void
void
is now
dragon.
the like negative spirit energy.
Yeah.
Right.
Void is now negative energy, like
Yes.
undeath. Is undeath different
Yes.
than void?
Yes.
Okay.
Because undeath is its own domain.
What does the void dragon do now?
Is there a void dragon?
There was.
I don't think they're in anymore.
Okay.
Well, let me
Or it hasn't been remade
look
yet.
at what they were,
Sure.
and then I could probably give you a best guesstimate of what they would be now.
What does a good gladiator helmet look like? I think I'm just going like MF Doom, right? I think that's the helmet from Gladiators. God damn it. Curse my inability to remember what things look like.
Void dragons are elder dragons born to dwell in the dark tapestry. That's the only thing they say.
Alright.
So, I would say the void domain would probably be pretty apt for that, since
Okay.
it's from the dark tapestry.
What did they do before?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, what was their damage type before? Was it negative energy?
What was their breath weapon?
Yes, that's a very good question. Let me see. SRD. Let's see.
Applegut. I'm chewing on wood.
Suffocating breath.
I like it. Space. They have a space breath.
Instead of dealing cold damage, it's a. Wait. That may have been just a special breath they could have. Like,
Maybe that's not a good piece of wood for you to chew on. Yeah, now you really want it. I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That one will poke me in the eye and kill me. That one can fall apart and kill me. Here, how about this one? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I found it. I do not like how that SRD has their stuff laid out. So their breath attack is a 60-foot cone of cold damage.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
does 20d8,
Nice.
or at least the ancient one did. It also has crush and obliterate traits, whatever that means.
Obliterate does not sound like a fair and balanced move.
As well as they have the optional suffocating breath, where they can, suffocate people.
Remove all the air from the situation.
Yep. Also, back to my space well. It has alternate domains of moon, travel, and water.
Okay.
It gives you clerics of it gain access to gravitational pull, feet to fins, and variable gravity at 7th level.
Variable gravity?
Yes, which I guess is just allows you to mess around with gravity.
All right. I guess if you're a whale
Like
that
you
can
can-
float through the cosmos, it probably doesn't matter.
Yep. Its edicts is aid in natural migrations, chart the stars and tides, observe and calculate patterns, and build orreries.
Nice.
Basically,
Study.
fancy planetariums.
I thought it was funny that that goblin one was essentially just like friendship.
Yep.
Like, leave no
Power
one behind.
friendship.
Help people even if their cause is pointless or stupid. Don't let them give up. It's just like,
Yep.
it's the goblin way.
This
It's
is the
goblin
way. It's one of its anathemas is two of its anathemas are kind of funny. The first one is use a net
Interesting.
and waste a fish.
Okay.
But then the other one's like block out the stars with a natural light. Its favorite weapon is my least favorite weapon, the bola.
Yeah, that's the problem with Grandmother Spider too. Is like the bola's her favorite weapon, and it's just a bad weapon.
Yep.
Lets you attempt a trip attack at range, and that's it.
Well, you can still like attack with it. It still can do
Yeah.
damage.
It's just it's not great.
Yeah.
Isn't it non-lethal bludgeoning?
Yeah.
Yes. It does a d6, which is more than I thought it did. The issue is like you throw it and then you have to go get it. So either that or you have the returning rune on it.
Which, if you're a champion, you can put that on it, which is kind of nice. So
Yeah. Same with the Battle Harbinger
yeah.
at a certain level. But it also calls out like most of this being's worshippers are not warriors, but just like kind of academics and spellcasters.
Kid, why are you like this? If I give you this piece of paper, are you gonna eat it? What do you think? If I make these corners not sharp, and then I hand you this piece of paper, immediately in your mouth. Yep, that's what I thought.
Nom 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 nom.
I don't want you to paper cut your mouth. Gimme. Gimme. What do you think? What do you think? What can I do for you? Oh, my nose. My nose, kid. Oh, baby kisses.
Also, I think I found the perfect god for you to do art for. Because they don't have any. Mainly
one guy.
because they're described as being like an ice owl. That's like that sounds like Rook's Alley.
Hey,
Ice and owls and a woman.
that's things I like.
Yep,
Is this the Frost Maiden?
a kind of Princess of the Rhyme.
Yep. Tell me more.
Let's see. Areas of concern: crafting, resolve, winter.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
Is this a real deity? Can I just start worshiping this person?
I mean, sure. I don't know. I ain't gonna stop you.
You can worship whatever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else.
Yep. Domains are code, creation, might, and soul, with alternate domains of air and zeal.
I always get tricked into air. Makes me sad. It makes sense.
I mean, I like the advanced domain spell of air, disperse into air. You kind of like fade away and reappear.
I just want ice. I just want just like hard, solid ice. And they're like, no, snow and fluffiness. It's like, stop it.
Yeah,
Cold,
so
cold, bitter, and biting. That's what I want.
the code domain gives Winter Bolt and Diamond Dust, which sounds like a Shiva spell.
Yeah, it is a Shiva spell, yeah. Kid. I need that keyboard.
Their spells they give is Agitate.
Okay. I have
think
that
that's
spell
how-
for free automatically.
Creation, and at 5th level they give Howling Blizzard. Edicts protect the monuments of your people, stir others into action, strive to perfect an art or craft. Anathema is destroy an artistic creation without providing something in its place, or refuse to act if called upon.
Who wrote this? I feel like this
I
is
don't
just
know.
me. Like this is just all of my characters.
Favored weapon is the War Flail,
All right.
which is a big two-handed flail, which is like a real flail.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a spear and you could be a dragoon, this would literally be you.
I would have it.
I mean, you could always just use a spear since
Yep.
it's a simple weapon.
Flails are basically just spears with sticks in the middle. Flails are giant nunchucks, which are just broken spears.
Holy Symbol is a owl talon clutching a frozen skein of yarn. Sacred animal, owl. Sacred colors, light blue, light green, and white. Because they started adding those back into the deity write-ups. And her dad is the evil frost dude who made a deal with Baba Yaga.
Rasputin?
No, Kashigi? The Deathless?
Sounds
Who
like
also
Rasputin.
hates... Yeah. He's also from, like, Russian folklore,
Okay.
and... like, he became immortal, when he made a deal with Baba Yaga. But in this version, he merely regrets the deal, and, like, he seeks to, like, kill all witches.
He's a witch hunter? That's even better. I don't know why I like
Anathema, though the anathema of him is make a deal with Baba Yaga or her children, and defer to obey a woman. Yeah, this guy is also like a demon prince, so he's not particularly a nice one. But I think he dies in the new.
But he's the deathless.
In the,
How does he die?
I don't know.
Jordan, welcome in. Do you know Don Bluth? He's a famous animator. Yes, I do know Don Bluth.
Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
Don Bluth has made many, many great things and a few bad ones.
Yeah.
Has he made a few bad ones?
You know, they're
Roll
not
in
even.
Central Park was not my favorite.
Was
they're
that
not-
a Don Bluth
They're
movie?
not like terrible. They're just.
Pretty sure.
There's a lot of Don Bluth stuff. Like, basically, he did a lot of really weird hand animation and like rotoscoping and stuff that was basically too expensive because they didn't have the technology to do it right. So a lot of his stuff got either truncated or cut or just produced more quickly than it should have been. So his stuff was great, but a lot of it was.
I just remember like Titan AE, not the greatest, but it's not the worst in my
Yeah.
opinion.
That's actually one of the ones I was thinking about because like it had a really cool concept, a really cool story, and like the pacing was just hot garbage because it was
Yep.
forcefully like move it along, move it along, move it along. We'll spend all of our money
Yep.
on this scene. Move it along, move it along. It's just like what happened? The story got
Yeah.
truncated so hard.
Yeah.
I think Black
They
Cauldron was
also-
kind of the same way.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, Black Cauldron was Disney though.
Say that again. That was Disney.
Black Cauldron was Disney. Yeah.
I thought Don Bluth started that and then it got sold. Let me check.
Oh.
I don't think he made Black Cauldron.
I had assumed Titan AE suffered because they spent all of their money on really famous actors to voice act all of the characters.
Well, that's probably partly it.
Because like it
Oh, sorry. Secret of Nim. You're right.
Yeah.
Secret
yeah.
of Nim. Secret of Nim was the same thing. Like the story's really cool, and they just like, what if we just didn't tell 3/4 of the story? Because we just don't have the
It
money
also
to
kinda like-
animate all of it.
Yeah.
Black Cauldron suffered from the same thing though. It's just like, hey, we want this huge epic, and then the studio's like, no, don't do that. We don't have the money for that.
Yeah. Rockadoodle. Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about Rockadoodle.
I forgot he also did All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, that was like my favorite movie growing up. And then just recently, I found out a very traumatic fact about it. The little girl who plays Anne Marie.
She got murdered, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
her father was extremely abusive, and like the week that she finished up her lines, he killed her.
Yep. I remember that.
And yeah, and so then the actor who played Charlie had to finish doing his lines, where his character says goodbye to her, off of the recording of her. So all of those tears are fucking genuine.
Yeah. There was I don't think I actually wasn't allowed to watch that for a while because there was so much just craziness around it. I'm surprised I'm surprised they produced it.
Yeah. Same. It's. I
Dark
really
times.
like it though. It's
It's a good movie. People
a
like
good
it.
one. Yeah.
It's terrifying as a small child, but
Yeah.
I love dogs. I'm the devil. It's like, oh god, what have you done? He actually made a movie based on the true story of Anastasia. Rasputin is a lich in that movie. Yeah. That's a good one.
Where Christopher Lloyd voices him. But doesn't sing for him. It's some other really famous voice actor.
You alright, kid?
Oh my god, it was.
Duck.
I didn't realize that. That's amazing.
Yeah, because I saw the voice actor who sung for his like musical number
Uh-huh.
and said like while he didn't voice the character, he sung for the character because Christopher Lloyd couldn't sing.
Let me turn the lights on for you, kid.
Even Bloom? Was that his name?
What are we talking about? Sorry.
No idea.
Kid dude.
Can't remember. I can't remember the voice actor's name. Just
I always like the idea of like merfolk or mermaids or whatever it is, just like having unnaturally huge weapons. And I don't know why. It's just,
Well, that's like why?
Yeah,
it's like
It seems impractical.
like
if you're always doing thrusting,
then
it doesn't really matter how thick the spear is.
yeah, but then it also doesn't really matter how big it is either.
It's like if it's got neutral buoyancy, you can carry it wherever you want.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's still gonna be I like the weight is not the problem at that point though. Like ungainliness is still a
Right.
problem. You still have to deal with drag and maneuver like that's gonna reduce maneuverability quite a lot.
Maybe it's the old like whaler harpoons, because like they had to have a tiny metal spear and then like a big wooden thing to float so they could get it back. So it just always makes me think that they should be massive. Man, whaling is fucked up.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this? I'm kind of terrified about it, but I'll talk about it anyways. Some researchers had like 20-minute conversation with a whale using an AI voice like translator.
No. I did not hear about this.
I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. So I'm sure it was just like, whale, come here, and the whale's like, what up? And they were like, good, and the whale's like, I'm good, and then that was it, right? And they're like, we talked to a whale for 20 minutes, but like the moment that the whales are like, hey, it's the people. Do you see those monsters up there that eat us? And it's like, yeah, about that. My bad.
Yep. Not all of us, we promise. Just attack the Japanese boats.
Yeah.
Like
The
not
Norwegians.
only are there whales still alive that remember when we were whaling, there are whales that are alive that remember when we weren't whaling. Like there's some scary ass whales out there that are just like, it was fine, and then the boats came. And it's like, oh shit. That was us.
Yep.
We were the boats. Not happy about it. Not happy about it.
Oh, you might be happy about this. There's a halfling god that gives whose favorite weapon is the frying pan.
Nice. Okay, that's good. Now we gotta make Sam again.
Which, for those who would like to know, a frying pan does a 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the club group, and it has fatal d8.
You ever been hit by a frying pan?
It also has the halfling trait because, of course, halflings are going to
Not a
have frying
cast iron
pans.
one, Rook.
I used to give people the option when they started playing. They could either have a mithril waffle iron, because mithril is non-stick, a mithril frying pan for the same purpose, or a shovel. I'd give them one of those three things, and just because it just seemed like a fun thing to do. And more often than not, people took the frying pan or the waffle iron over the shovel, which made me sad. But you gotta clock somebody with a waffle iron. I mean, it's available.
I'm the
Available for
waffler.
that. I always hated watching those old cartoons when like people would chase around their husbands with frying pans or rolling pins, and it's like, those are deadly. Like, that would kill you. That would
I
straight up
can-
kill you.
Yeah, it happened in my family.
Somebody killed somebody with a frying pan?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
he deserved it.
I'm not choosing sides. Just, like,
Yeah, one of my like great grand uncle. So yeah, very distant.
mhm.
He got married a second time to like 16-year-old, and he was like 60. That was sadly the thing that was done back then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And in the Because apparently someone like did a family history and wrote a book about it on that side of the family.
Nice.
And so they were talking about how she knocked him out of the rocking chair he was sitting in with a frying pan. And like, I don't know how big people know how like cast iron skillets were probably back then, because you used them for everything. So it was probably about a good 10-inch, 12-inch skillet.
Yeah. 15, 20 pounds of iron. Just cracking into your skull. Whew. Whew. My in other funny family lore like that, which is not anywhere near that bad.
Yep.
When my grandfather
I never
died,
knew them, obviously.
Yeah.
So
When my grandfather died, my family found a whole bunch of old letters from like his grandfather, and supposedly, their family came over from Germany, I think, and then some of them stayed in like Illinois, and then the rest of them came all the way out to Idaho. And we found one of the letters, and it's written in German. And my mom got it translated, and it essentially put out to like, "When are you gonna pay me back the money you took for me to move out there? Why the fuck aren't you responding to my letters?"
oh my god.
It's just like, oh, dip.
Spilling the hot tea.
My great grandfather just like took the money and ran. He didn't throw away the letter though, so maybe he paid him back. But there's no
No receipt?
there was no receipts and obviously some drama. So I thought that was pretty funny. My mom was so excited that she's like, "Oh, oh no."
Oh dear.
What's up, kiddo?
Nom 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 nom. Hey, nope. Don't chew on that. Oh, you can chew on that. I'm sorry. That is for you to chew on.
I thought he had a power cable. It was just a string. It was just a string on one of his toys. I've been drawing this gladiator for a
Terrifying.
while, but I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna stop.
Oh. Sorry, talking to myself.
You're good. I think my favorite. I mean, like I grew up with like all the Fievel movies. I think those are Don Bluth.
They are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. An American Tail and Fievel Goes West.
Yeah. I think Fievel Goes West is where I get my weird accent from for cowboys.
The old.
No lady. Now why did y'all go and do that? I love that guy.
I just forget that Jimmy Stewart was the hound dog.
That's not it. Oh, kid, you are in a bad spot. Come here. Come here.
I think the Don Bluth film that traumatized me the most was
Fern
We Are
Gully.
Back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the dinosaur
The
story.
dinosaurs, yeah. And the villain named Screw Eye, just a creepy old man who runs a circus and enslaves sentient creatures for fun. And
And it
he
gets eaten by
literally-
his crows.
yeah, he literally has a screw for an eye and ends up being eaten by his crows. Yeah, it was. That one was much darker than I expected it to be, and I think that's probably why it bothered me so much. I think the only film that scarred me more than there are two films that I watched regularly as a child that scarred me more than We Are Back, and they are Neverending Story.
Yep, it's a bad one.
Yep, classic, love it.
Don't let kids
And
watch that.
yep. What's the other one? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, that one's just rife, full of awfulness. I watched it a lot as a kid.
I only ever watched it as an adult,
Yeah.
and I was not paying attention to it. So
It's really hard to follow. It's literally 2 movies in one.
Yeah. Because it's like them flying around in the magic car, and then the story of them flying around in the magic car. But it's
Yep.
like, wait, can the car actually fly? Like, or are they just telling the story about this magical car that's not really a magical car?
Yeah. So the actual stuff that actually happens to the kids is everything that happens with their dad kind of being the inventor and fixing up the car, and then once the car transforms into a boat, everything after that is him telling them a story. And then the female love interest, I guess, falls in love with him when she sees how good he is with his kids.
It sounds right.
I don't know. It's like, it's very weird. It's kind of problematic. It's also weirdly wholesome in places.
Yeah,
And
my grandparents, who were like super Catholic, were okay with that movie for some reason.
yeah,
And I was just like, okay.
but
is there some anti-Catholic stuff in it?
No,
Or
I'm just
it
like,
being weird.
it's just like it was an approved movie that I was allowed to watch as a child at my grandparents' house. Like my
Weird.
grandparents bought it for grandkids to watch, so it was like, so they thought it was great and wholesome.
Yeah.
it's my first exposure to a child predator.
Yeah. Which is really funny, like the kiddo's grandmother will start singing songs from that movie, and I'm just like,
You can leave.
it's fine, it's fine.
I saw was one of the best cosplays I think I've ever seen. Do you remember when the female lead is playing the girl on the music box?
Yeah.
Somebody did that as a cosplay and did the whole performance, like set it up in the middle of I think it was San Diego Comic-Con. Like set it up in a hallway somewhere and sang the whole thing. It was really well done.
I think part of the problem with that, like that, and like Wizard of Oz,
Yep.
like I think the inherent problem with it is that if you want to make something terrifying to children that actually has like weight to it, it makes it more disturbing than it is, right? Like
Yeah.
the child catcher in that movie is essentially a rat catcher, right? And so if you just look at him as a rat catcher, it makes total sense and there's nothing weird about it. But the dad wanted it to be scary for the kids, so it's the child catcher, and it's like, oh, that has weird connotations, I don't like it, stop, right? Like,
Yep.
so I don't think the movie itself is inherently bad, but like it's got all those weird images. It's just like, what if we really scar children? It's like, that sucks. Why are we doing this?
Yep.
So,
Hear that? Black Cauldron and Watership Down.
yep. Watership Down was not meant to be a child movie. Watership Down was a
that is a book about existentialism, really, right?
I thought it was about like communism or something. But yeah,
Which was
It's
probably
definitely-
directed towards kids.
It's
I
definitely
don't think it was.
political commentary.
we should look that up. Let's look that up because I want to know for sure. But the book
I'm
itself,
pretty sure the book was not.
I think the book was written in a way. Someone was trying to explain like political whatever in a weird way using rabbits, and that inherently made people think it was a child's book, which it's not. And then for some reason they wanted to make a cartoon out of it, probably because they couldn't animate rabbits, would be my guess.
Okay. So the story began as tales that Richard Adams, the author of the book, told his daughters during long car journeys. He recounted in 2007 that he began telling the story of rabbits improvised off the top of his head as they were driving along. and the daughters insisted that he would write it down. They were very persistent. So,
Write this down so we can
Hey.
give it to our therapist later in life.
yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
His descriptions of wild rabbit behavior were based on the private life of the rabbit, which is a scientific book, or presumably it's from a British naturalist.
And then the first llama ripped the other llama's testicles clean off. That's the thing that happens.
Yep.
Science is not always child appropriate.
I know. I watch Z Frank.
Okay, so it was written for children.
Yep.
What the fuck happened to the movie?
I do vaguely remember that the movie is not like super like in depth on the whole, not in depth, but like it doesn't take a lot from the book other than like some basic
Okay.
things.
Maybe that's because there was something I thought it was. For some reason, I thought the author disliked the movie because it, like, inferred too much. But I thought maybe it was the other way around, where like the author was trying to tell a point and they turned it into a weird kid movie. But maybe that's not the case. I really thought it had something to do with like capitalism, but I might be thinking of something else.
Interesting. I gotta look something up. Hold on a second.
Will, you okay?
Oh geez, they apparently have even made it into a graphic novel
Yeah.
last year.
I've never actually watched it. I've only ever heard stories.
I believe I watched it in elementary school.
Weird.
I don't remember any of it.
I think that like once again like the traumatic part about it is just like, why are the bunnies fighting? It's like maybe that's not appropriate for kids. Be right back. Maybe the content's not bad, but the imagery is just over graphic.
Yeah.
Overly Sarcastic Productions did a trope talk.
Yes, I remember this one. On small creature.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to look up what the trope is specifically. Yeah, you're right. Small Animal on Big Adventure is the name of it. But they like Red does a breakdown about specifically what the trope about how using a small animal on a big adventure, you're able to divorce what you're saying from enough of the cultural context to be able to give people a much more nuanced and realistic kind of perspective on stuff that they are so used to they don't know how to look at it circumspectly.
I'm rolling dice.
So
Wow.
I'm betting then that what happened is that Watership Down was probably written unless I very much missed my guess, was probably written. The father probably read the book that Corbus, you said it was based on, which probably was about thinking about how rabbits live from a rabbit perspective as a prey animal, and so the father probably like just started
That would make sense.
bullshitting stories based on it, and the daughters were probably like, "Wow, it's so interesting to think about it from that perspective," and probably really enjoyed it. And then because of the nature of the of
Writing for TV.
yeah, well, yeah, not just writing for TV, but also writing in general. People were probably like, once it was published, people were probably like, "Oh my God, it's a commentary on our society,"
It could be.
because you can see parallels in that sort of thing.
It's a movie about rabbits. They gotta kill each other or fuck. Whoa.
I
What?
will just say, Drew, it was reversed. He read the book, the scientific book, when he started writing it.
When you
So he
st-
was telling
oh,
us.
okay.
So I guess he wanted to like make it as like realistic to what a rabbit's life would be, which is short, fleeting, panic-inducing. But it also has a lot of like hero. I don't want to say hero's journey because it's not really that, but like has a lot of like Odyssey and Aeneid
Yeah.
tropes in it, and also like extra rabbit gods and psychic rabbits.
I forgot about that. There's a lot of weird shit in that.
Yep.
I was gonna say that, like, I don't know. I think it is just like a graphic thing because, like, I'm pretty sure Martin of Redwall, like, disemboweled somebody and then forced them to drown themselves. I think that's in one of the books.
But yeah, it was talking about the film, and like it's so funny because this is such an adult thing, or like film adult thing. Says the film also had seen some positive attention. In 1979, it received a Hugo Award. I'm like, of course, critics loved this movie because they're freaks and psychotic idiots.
There's a. I was
I hate
reading an
film
article
critics.
a while back about bringing sexuality back to filmmaking, and I was like, what? Like, that's film totally full of like sex and nudity and stuff, but like, if you think about movies that were made in like the 60s and 70s versus now, it's done completely differently, right?
Yep.
And so a lot of really early indie films were more geared for eroticism, and that just doesn't happen nowadays. I mean, like, the internet has porn, sure, but like mainstream film doesn't have that kind of stuff, and like there's not as many. Like Game of Thrones is kind of the example of that. That's what the article was about. It's like Game of Thrones kind of like pulling that back, of bringing, like, letting people make a movie about sexuality that's not like either raunchy or a comedy, but just about it. And it's like, that's interesting, interesting concept.
It naturally happens.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
it's weird. It's weird seeing film and like cartoons and the way we kind of judge things evolve. Because it's a whole lot of retrospect now that we can look at that movie and be like, hey, maybe that's not appropriate. But at the time, people were like, holy shit, this is brand new and amazing and never been done before. It's like,
Didn't realize John Hurt was in the original movie
isn't he like
for Watership Down.
Isn't he the big
The
big
Hitler
yellow
rabbit? Maybe.
Maybe he's got.
I know. Yeah, when I clicked onto the article about the movie specifically, people were praising it for its like, not praising it. Oh no, yeah, its allegorical aspects that drew between General Woundwort and Hitler. Just like
that, I think is probably what I was reading.
yeah. It's like.
Oh, I'm drawing a kobold with a big hat, by the way. That's what I was supposed to draw a kobold with a big hat.
He stole it from Mrs. D.
I
Something.
couldn't tell.
let's continue on this anxiety-inducing.
I mean, I've been waiting for you guys to stop so I could change the subject for a while. But you both seem
Well, I
so
was going to
interested in it,
bring
so I
up
didn't
this.
want to interrupt.
Yep. I was going to bring up this one new deity that they put out, but I can circle back around it later.
No, go for that.
Okay. Well, this is where the anxiety thing comes from. It's this like multi-armed like hag like
Okay.
deity. I know you're gonna try to pronounce their name, but their little moniker is the chains and the cradle. And the areas of concern are anxiety, coddling, and smothering parental love.
Awesome.
And key edicts allow anxiety and jealousy to rule your actions, impose your will on those you see as a parental figure, usurp praise given to others for actions you may have suggested. And just like, this is...
Is that just
No.
making an excuse to have a bratty summer? Is that what the thing was this year? Just like,
Brat Summer.
yeah.
Was-
I need you to
Is
be my
that-
daddy so I can worship you and murder all of your friends. Excuse me now?
Yeah. So it's a hag of the internet Karen, aka Helicopter Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like it.
Neither do I. It's perfect.
Yep. Also, I think I said it wrong. Impose your will on those who see you as a parental figure.
Ooh. Yeah, that probably didn't feel good, kid.
Ooh. And their holy symbol is a rattle wrapped in chains.
Ominous.
Yep. Sacred animal, a bear. Which... Okay. And this is what she looks like, too.
Whoa.
Yeah, very hag-like.
Yep.
That's a lot of arms. Okay, kid?
Yep.
She's got her fingers in everyone else's pies.
Poor kid sat down and bonked his head on the desk.
Oh.
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. Oh, poor baby. Yeah. The hurt? Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
Welcome in, Elliot, by the way. Okay. Well, where'd my pen go? Here you go. Want to play with pumpkin? Pumpkin's good. Oh, sad boy. What this? I don't know why I gave him a cane and a scarf, but it seemed
'Cause-
appropriate.
Because they're
Fun.
a fancy person.
We've been playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which is a great game
Classic.
for the Switch. And we just got to like one of the last chapters that I just did not remember. And there's a penguin. There's a penguin there trying to like be. God, what's his name? It's basically a murder mystery on the Orient Express.
Oh, Puro.
Perot, yeah. There's a penguin there trying to be Perot. And I was like, what? I don't remember this at all. And then, like, halfway through, he's like, I will deduce who you are. You are the famous Luigi. And I was like, that's pretty good. That's a good goof 'em up. Just a terrible detective. And then you have to solve all the things yourself. Like, that's the whole point. But it was good. It was good. It's a good game. I highly recommend it. It's a fun one. It's a nice combination of like action command, RPG elements, and just silly Mario running around shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready for a roll. Which dice am I rolling?
Go for it. Roll me a D10. Maybe a D8. I think a D8. D10. Sorry. Here.
7.
Deep sea dragon that looks like an anglerfish.
I like it.
Prinny from this. Could be.
Deep sea dragon that looks like an anglerfish. Isn't that just a dragonfish, though?
Maybe.
Literally.
Is it? Kid.
It's a dragonfish.
Common black dragonfish. Idiocanthus atlanticus.
Does it have horns?
No.
No, that's not a dragon. It's gotta have horns. Speaking of which.
Oh, okay.
Blah, 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 blah. That's if an anglerfish was an eel.
Basically.
Where did your sock go, kid? How do you only have one sock on? Well, that's lost forever now. Lost forever. Cup, cup, cup. Do, 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 do.
Phenomena. I wish our weather would make up its mind.
Yeah. It's nice and sunny today. We had a huge windstorm last night.
So, we've also been having a lot of wind today, but like, it was like really sunny when I woke up, got super cloudy and dark, and I think it even rained, and then it just is now back to being sunny. It's like, okay.
Dum, dum, da, dum, dum. Oh, I need to find a better way to draw hats. Because in reality, this hat should be like down here. But that's not cool. That doesn't look good. You know? Drawing things the way they really are is not always the best way to draw them. Here you go. Oh, thank you. The universal construct of giving a child a safety, not a safety pin, clothespin, yeah. Why all kids like clothespins? I don't know. Simple mechanisms. It's the way to do it. Oh, you okay? I thought he pinched himself with it. How strong is this spring? Eh. You'll learn something. Okay. Oh, roob, roob, roob. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, sleepy boy. Maybe I gotta rock a kid to sleep here. No. No. What do you want? Just the keyboard. Yeah, can't have that. You want the beaver? Or the popsicle stick? Popsicle stick?
Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I am either gonna have to learn how to draw left-handed or glad to make a stream. Welcome in, Pen. How are you today? I think I'm gonna roll the next one. What is it? Oh. Well, I'll roll it if it comes up. It's a 9. Undead that is haunting people who ate its family. Oh. Why did... I think I know what that was. That was an undead turkey, I believe. Why didn't it save the rest of that text? That's weird. Whatever. Undead turkey construct. Seems appropriate. Seems appropriate. Those of you that have not put your suggestions on... How do you do this, Druid? On the community post, if you'd like to post one in the chat, you're very welcome to. Do you just grab a color from the background and then just fill it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got pretty close. You have to turn the hardness down to like just below 30%.
Interesting.
Just
Okay.
as you need.
It defeats the purpose of the lines.
I needed the lines to be less.
It might be time to switch up the paper. It's been a while. We used to switch it every week.
Yep.
I think I added mine after the stream started. I'll repost you to make sure. What do turkey skulls look like? Oh boy.
They look a lot like vulture skulls, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably like a
Hook
vulture
piece?
skull.
Are turkeys and vultures
Yeah.
related?
I don't think so.
Good job. Good clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap.
But there is a reason why we call turkey vultures turkey vultures.
Well, fair enough. Because they look like turkeys.
Okay. Here's you a turkey skull.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I'm here for the pecking.
Ooh, double. Double nasal cavity. I dig it. Okay. Yeah, that looks way cooler.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yep, and this one is a turkey vulture skull.
These are very similar.
They're very
Yep.
similar.
Blizzard, don't send me push notifications. Get out of here.
What if no send push notifications? Then how can we sell you all this stuff?
Oh, poor baby.
Uh-oh.
I was holding his hand, and he pulled, and I let go, and he punched himself in the face.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, kiddo. Mm. Yeah. That's no fun. You okay? He's good. What would you like to do? Do you need a snack? It's 1 o'clock. Okay. I only want the things that you put out of range. It's not fair. It's not fair. I want them.
My drawing is starting to remind me a little bit of Monster Hunter World in the rotten underworld part. There's it's essentially a actively rotting Draco Lich.
Doing well, drawing
Gross.
shit from Dark Souls. I've never played Dark Souls, just making stuff up for his design. Is that the dog with the sword? I don't remember
Yes.
names.
It's a giant wolf that has the sword.
Okay. Okay. I will be right back. Thanks, everybody. 1 second.
My brain was like, oh, Blade fan art. No, nope, wrong game. That was Elden Ring, right? The himbo wolf man that everybody was thirsting after.
Glide.
Blide. That's it.
You know, some people in game call it Blythe. I was like, but there's no TH or PH at the end of it, so it's Blythe.
Well, if it's based on Gaelic, it doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, that's the English fault for imposing the Latin alphabet on the Gaelic language.
Absolutely.
It's Welsh for wolf.
Real original. I'll blame Martin for that.
I mean, they even before Martin, they use a lot of Welsh names in Dark Souls games,
Oh my. Oh my.
like
that's
Gwen,
okay.
Gwendolyn, Guinevere, all Welsh names.
Guinevere. There was a book when I was really young about King Arthur, Arthurian legends that I just like can't find. And I asked my friend who I think owned the book, and I was like, "Hey, what was the book that we used to like read about Arthurian stuff?" And he's like, "I don't remember anything from my childhood. I have no idea." And I was just like, "Dang it!" It makes me sad. So I need more Arthurian books in my life. What's up, kid? What's up?
Oh, so according from this Welsh person, it is Blythe, as the double D at the end of the name is a TH sound.
For who?
For so in Elden Ring, the werewolf dude,
Oh yeah.
which everyone like in game they call him Blythe, but like it's spelled like Blythe, but apparently the proper Welsh way of saying it is Blythe.
Okay.
Because the double D at the end is a TH in Welsh. TH. Yep.
No wonder the English hate the Welsh so much. That was a joke.
No, I don't think the English hate the Welsh. I don't think they actually even acknowledge the Welsh. It's the Welsh that hate the English.
Fair. I guess the English only hate the Irish.
And the French.
Oh, and yeah, the French. I always forget about the French. I don't know why.
How many people live in France? At this point, I kind of just want to split up the United States just so we don't have to deal with so many big things. Like, we could be 3 different countries. We could just be 3 different countries. Why not?
Yep. But how would we split it up?
New York, just like cut off the top part, and then you have the East Coast, and you have Texas, and you have Florida. Which is, I guess it'd be 4, but. Real question is who gets Montana?
Hey, you all.
I don't want it.
Or just give it to Canada.
Yeah, it would effectively quadruple their usable, arable land. They'd make better use of it than we are.
I think states like Montana and the Dakotas should have just been made into one mega state.
Well, wasn't it just the Dakotas?
It was.
It's called Dakota. Or give it back to the Native Americans that lived there.
That would be really funny, actually.
But then the government would have to give Mount Rushmore back.
Yeah, blow it up. It's a dumb mountain. No, I mean, it's not a dumb mountain. It's a sacred mountain. It's done what we did to it.
Yeah, that is true.
So if they want to, like, pop off the heads, that's fine. And just saw off Florida. Let it float into the Caribbean.
You are suggesting castrating the United States?
Yes.
I almost said something really mean. If it's fan art, and if you're never... Is it fan art if you've never played the game? I just saw a wolf with a sword in Pinterest and thought it would be a cool draw. Yes, it still is. Just because you didn't know it's Batman, but you draw Batman, it's Batman. That being said, there's nothing wrong with drawing fan art.
We just not doing it here.
Yeah, I don't have it as a suggestion because it gets trolly real fast.
Yeah, I want like an elf kid who has a sword and a shield and wears like a green tunic and has a long pointy hat. Totally not Link. Totally.
Not Link. I think the worst one was, I want this character from this kid's cartoon show, but can you draw her with showing feet? And it's like, get out, get out.
Yep. Auto banned.
Just get out.
I don't like these wispies.
We're being asked to draw Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's just a square, people.
Ha ha ha, funny memes. Nope. Someone asked me to draw President Obama for like 10 weeks straight.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna touch it, I'm not gonna know.
Stop it.
That was a Star Bomb reference for anybody who cares. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I didn't think about it for a long time, but like, they did that in Breath of the Wild.
Here, take this.
Yeah. I mean, mind you, it was the King of Hyrule, but like, they kept the trope. They kept the trope, and it was
Yep.
it was so subtle that I was like, oh yeah, no, it's the old man. And then that makes me wonder, is the old man in the first game the King of Hyrule's ghost too? Because that would be kind of awesome. We never really figure out who the old man is in the original game. And I kind of dig that. Kid, why are you back here? You were half asleep. Gubble gubble gub. Oh my. Is it 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock? What time is it? 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock for you.
Could do another little nap. 10-minute nap? Yeah. Sorry, 1 second.
Man, Deep Sea Eldritch Horror stuff is really fun to draw.
Yeah. go to sleep. Falls asleep, put him down, he wakes back up. Do you remember anything about the Arthur book? I remember a picture of the Lady in the Lake's arm coming out of the water with a sword that looks like this. And I thought that was the coolest looking sword scabber ever. I love it. And that's all I remember. But I've been drawing swords like that ever since. I'm gonna try to go, actually try to get him to fall asleep. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go into the other room. Turn off the distractions. I'll be right back. Hang tight, everybody.
Alright.
Corvus and I are still here. Now's our chance, chat. Riot.
Let's start a riot.
Let's not actually. I'm way too, like, I don't have enough energy to actually riot. What if we all just took a nap like the baby instead?
It has the eel horns, but very long.
Yeah. I mean, like, if we're really going to get like technical with it, like a deep sea dragon is there's going to be very little distinction between that and a sea serpent. You know, it's just a draconic leviathan. Maybe a deep water lindworm.
They exist.
I mean, not IRL as far as we know, but
I mean, in Pathfinder they do.
yeah. I'm a little bit sad with Pathfinder lindworms, specifically because I think lindworm is a better name, and Pathfinder got linorms. But Pathfinder does more with them than D&D does. At least currently. And so I feel it's kind of a waste. But we all know I'm biased.
Yep. I just learned to ignore it some days.
Good.
It's like, yeah, we get it. Let's move on.
Yeah, I want to have Pathfinder. I want to have Paizo's babies. It's fine.
Oh, don't say it like that, please. No.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, not really. I apologize for causing you distress. How's that?
A bit better.
Oh, now I'm giving myself vibes of what's the game? It'll come to me.
Are you sure?
No. Brain not functioning. Or, Original Sin 2. Starts with a D.
Divinity?
Divinity. Yeah, I kept thinking Destiny. No, that's not it. Yeah,
Nope.
Divinity, Original Sin. In like, I guess it's part of the tutorial, but there's when you're on the ship and it gets attacked by the huge creature.
Yep. Which I believe you can fight later on and kill.
Cool. I never made it that far in the game.
Void Woken. I think that's what it's called. Like the category of creature.
Okay, I'm back. What am I looking at? What is being posted in the Discord? I need to draw no chicken here. A chicken turkey.
Nope. Turkey.
Chicken turkey.
Turducken.
As for the Discord, we're not sure. Atomic just started posting stuff. Without context.
Menonix. Oh, did you post your thing in chat? I didn't see it. How
So you
about
still
I
have
give
the
the wolf a
BRB?
katana? It's not a great sword, so it wouldn't resemble Sif, right? How would you go to make it not fan art? I would just not worry about it. Make it fan art. Like, who cares?
Unless that's your suggestion, and then we just won't do it. Sorry.
No, they said they're drawing it themselves, though.
I mean, wolves with a sword is not a unique thing. So just make sure it doesn't look like Sif. That's it.
Yep. Because there's a Pokemon that literally fights with is a wolf that fights with a sword in its mouth.
I think it's a Japanese spirit, isn't it? Like, I mean, not the Pokemon, but like, I think Sif was based off of a myth or a legend or something.
I think so, because Okami is based off of the same thing.
Right. Oh my god.
I don't know. It's in the end, it kind of doesn't matter with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
They just kind of steal stuff and make it their own.
Try some
It's art, it's appropriation.
The Scandinavian concept of the bride represented as Sif the wolf and Thor. So yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Don't draw the same sword. Don't draw the same wolf. You're done.
Big old nice curved, jagged blade.
Just take a nap.
Go to sleep.
He just sat up and he's just like, he looks drunk. He looks tired drunk.
Kid, you want some NyQuil?
Just go to bed. He took like a 2-minute power nap on my shoulder. I just really gotta poop. Is that the problem? Or are you hungry? You can cast magic spells? Okay. You want a pumpkin? Whoa! Whoa!
He conjured a pumpkin.
Conjure a pumpkin, kid. Good job. Yeah, Pen. Sorry, we talked a week or two ago about like copyright and what was the other one? Dang it.
Intellectual property right?
Yeah, like there's
Well,
a
that's just
difference thing
copyright.
though. Like there's written and then there's for art.
Fair use.
I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. The point being is like most things, like most concepts you draw aren't copyrightable. So if you're drawing a wolf with a sword, like nobody owns that. Nobody owns wolf with sword. So don't worry about it. The things they do own are like its backstory, its name. It's named as the character, right? Because like Sif is a legendary character in herself. Unrelated, well, still related to wolves. So like that's the thing. It's like there's homage, there's replication, like things that concepts that just aren't copywritten anywhere. You drawing it isn't going to make the concept yours. You can sell your picture, but like you don't own the wolf with a sword concept. You just don't.
Yeah.
So especially, and that's the thing about fan art. Fan art's fine. There's nothing wrong with fan art unless you're trying to like sell something, right? And even then, there's some weird loopholes around it.
Yeah.
So it's very flexible, especially when you're just like learning and doing art. Don't worry about it. Just draw what you think looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Change things up. Nothing wrong with the Sonic OC, as long as you're not claiming that it's a wholly unique idea that came up out of nothing.
It's like,
So much so that I would just find the picture on Pinterest and be like, "Hey, I redrew this because I love the idea," and people be like, "Those from Dark Souls." Be like, "Yep."
Yeah.
100%.
Think of it as it's the visual arts equivalent of doing a cover for a song.
I love it when people draw my stuff. It's great. Now if they start making it like weirdly pornographic and following Alex Jones or something, I might have some words to say and send a lawyer after you. But like, just don't do that.
Aaron and freaking frogs gay.
Yeah. Poor frogs. They just wanted to be themselves until the government stepped in. Now they all... I was going to start just rambling off random gay stereotypes, but I don't have any. I don't have any. Now they all dress really snappy and work for the Lifetime channel. I don't know. That's all I got.
Oh,
Out there
God.
gentrifying their ponds.
Mm-hmm. Making all the fish wear fancy suits and ties.
Yep. Criticizing
Frog-eyed for the
male
fish
frogs.
guy.
Oh God!
That was
I'm happy
good.
about that one. I got I had the joke in my mind, like, how do I get there? I got there.
You got there for sure. Wow. Wow.
What are we doing? One of my players played one last week, and I think she was built pretty neat. Art has to be identifiable to copyright, cause copyright troubles, or set up and confuse people at breaking a trademark. Trademark, that was the other thing, yeah. So it's like, a big thing is like the Mickey Mouse, right? Like if you want to have a story about a mouse doing stuff, you're allowed to do that. You can't draw Mickey Mouse. Now you can, but it doesn't matter. What you doing, kid?
Only the specific type of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. So now, if you draw draw your wolf with a sword and say this is a video game boss that I made up whole cloth with no idea from anywhere else, and also maybe we should put it in Dark Souls, someone's gonna, you know, laugh you off the internet. Goop. Goop. Is that all you needed? You need a 2-minute nap?
I wish that was me.
Yeah, hence why like I thought I'm saying you can't like also like use specific logos. That's why like if a streamer is like actually conscious of the stuff, they will like either hide the logo of whatever they're drinking or put it in a separate cup or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do it a lot in like Critical Role. They'll like hide everything.
Yeah, because at any point, like, it goes both ways, right? If they're drinking something, if they're drinking alcohol, that goes against YouTube's terms of service, right? So you don't want to be seen drinking alcohol on YouTube. But aside from that, if you see somebody drinking a Coke or maybe eating McDonald's, like that is a two-way street of endorsement, right?
Yep.
It's like that company might not want that person endorsing them, and that person might want to infer that the company is. So it's like you have to be careful about that kind of stuff.
Like they also like Critical Role. They use a lot of iPads. There's no other way like around it. Like you use an iPad, but they put a black masking tape over the Apple because it's just.
And it goes the same way there too.
We
right?
aren't endorsing these. We're just using these.
Yep. Because otherwise, Apple could claim that, like, oh, hey. One, they could claim, hey, stop using our product and showing it to people because we don't like what you're doing. Or Critical Role could basically, Apple could say, like, hey, look, Critical Role uses our stuff, so now we get free advertising from them. So it's just that kind of stuff is a little different from like art creation, but it's still something you have to think about if you're an online presence. And when you're doing art, it's the same thing. Hey. Oh, poor child. Poor child, yes. My goodness. He's tired, so he has to just burn the candle at both ends. Gotta jump. Gotta jump. If I fall asleep, I die. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I might have to call it. We'll try to finish this undead bird paladin here. And then we'll probably call it for the day. Oh, my. I feel like he needs to either have a broken sword, like he made somebody choke to death and then took their gear. Maybe he just needs an axe. Maybe it's just an axe.
Uses one of those turkey-based syringes.
Just, I don't know how you kill somebody with one of those, but I don't want to find out.
Hey, you never seen the metal ones?
No, metal turkey baster? I guess that makes sense.
So there is, well, it's like a syringe that people
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen those.
like inject, like essentially butter, fake butter into the turkey.
Kid, you're in the spin mode now, and I'm not a big fan of this. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go. That's all this turkey's gonna get drawn. This kid is just spinning and spinning, and the chair is not helping. So, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Yeah, Penn, feel free to share your wolf sketch drawing with the Discord. There's a space for that in the art share. Everyone else will be back on Friday. Finish up some of these drawings, hopefully. I didn't start my commission today, so I'll probably spend a little bit of time getting lunch and putting this kid down for a nap, and then I'll be on the Discord just trying to do some work. So if you want to come hang out there, you can. It's usually a little more. I'm a little AFK most of the time taking care of the kid, but my time's up for the day. My kid minutes are done. So thanks for hanging out today. There should be a new short tomorrow. I'm going to try to put some more stuff up on the members only, because I'm going to have a bunch of artwork from the Sagas project that I want to share through like tokens and stuff. If you're a Patreon member, that'll automatically be in the Discord in the Patreon section. If not, you can be a YouTube member and get that stuff from there. And that's it. If I don't see you on Friday, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody later. Bye.
Bye.